Hi, my name is Lara from Fairy Fox Design. It is so good to be back here with you guys on YouTube to teach you one of my absolute favorite designs. Today we are going to go through a pony, a horse, and a zebra, and I'm going to show you the very minor tweaks that you make to have these three very different options come to life. Now I want to show this to you because it is hands down my most popular design. If I give kids the choices, probably half the time this is what the little girls pick. Whenever I paint a unicorn, I start with three basic circles. The first one goes right here. The second one comes right next to it and down just a little bit. So you have a pear or a peanut shape. Now the third one, I want you to imagine, is a big circle that encompasses both of them. The ear is going to come right up here a little bit, and the neck is going to follow that circle down. Now I use star blends whenever I put in this base for the pony because I can paint directly on top of it without worrying about it smearing, and it lets me cheat a little bit when I do my outline. So we're going to start with our pony. Let's get our three circles in. 1, 2, 3. And actually this one's going to be the unicorn. So at about 10 o'clock we're going to do a second line for the horn. The next one is going to be our horse. So we do our first circle, second, ear and neck, and then instead of at 10 o'clock, we'll go to 11 for the second ear. Our third is going to be our zebra. So we do the exact same circle, and then our ear down, just like the horse and the second ear. Now it's important to remember when we're painting the hair on a unicorn that this circle is the head of the unicorn, and hair grows out of the head, so you don't want to cover up that circle too much and minimize the shape. So go ahead and paint that first one over, and then you can paint on top. And everything we're doing is scooping forward. Now for the horse, I want the hair to have a little bit more motion in it. So we're going to do like we did on the unicorn, and we're going to come forward, but then we're going to flip over. And then we're going to come back, and we're going to cut in sooner to just give these beautiful windy locks. And maybe one more right there. Flip your brush and just finish that piece. For the nose of the zebra, we need a light black. Let me show you how that works. You take a damp brush and you load it with black. Then you take it over and you dip it in the water once and then just dry it off. And now you're going to have a very lightly damp black brush, and you take it over and just lightly pull that very light gray color right over that second circle. Now you want to load a 3/4 inch flat brush with your favorite one stroke, and you're gonna cover most of that second ear and just do one downward little strike. Then we come over to the back of the zebra and we do one strike, then flip the brush, another strike, flip the brush, just all the way around the neck. You can see how fast these little ponies are to paint. Already we're ready for the line work. Now it's important to remember that we want to do the line work in a thin to thick to thin manner. So starting with the ear, we're going to do a teardrop and then bend around the back of the ear. Then we're going to do the front and a little flick for the inside. For the horn, we want to go just straight out in a nice thin line, and then we're going to curve around in just a nice little scallop down. You can see already how I've left some of the powder on the outside, and that's why I love painting it with powder as the base, because you can get away with that. Now, the area where our two circles connect, we want to make sure that we keep that little scoop. So for the nose, we're going to come down and come out here. Then we're going to bump for that nose and curve around in a cute little smile. We'll put in a second nostril right in line with that first one. Then coming from that front lip, we want it to be a little further out. So we tuck the chin a little further back and then just follow that bottom circle around into the chin. Now, really big tip here is we want to make sure we draw a line for the neck. No floating horse heads. Now when you're painting the eye of a pony and you want it to look really cute, you want to exaggerate the size of the eye a little bit. And you want to kind of keep it in line with the second nostril. So we're going to start right here. We're going to go thin to thick to thin and point up. Then we're going to do a very thin line for the top of the eyelid and come around for the eye. And then we're going to put the pupil a little further forward, leaving that highlight on there. We can connect those, and then just a couple little eyelashes right there. We're almost done. The way I like to finish the mane is I like to just pretend like this horse has a straightener and just throw in a couple of these black lines, and every once in a while pick it back up. So another one there and pick it back up. I don't do black lines everywhere, but I find doing a couple thin ones and a couple thick ones, it just gives a lot of really great definition to this hairdo. Now I've jumped down from a number 4 round to a number 2 to do the horse's outline. We're going to do the same basic shape on the ear. Let's get that a little further. And we're going to do a second ear, but we don't want to do this line on it because it's kind of facing away from us. Now on the snout, the only key difference is this little bump, we're going to make it less noticeable. So keep the swoop in there, come out and do a little bit of a bump, and then we're going to kind of angle the jaw a little bit more than we did on the pony and not add the smiles. So you come straight down and then angle in and then just follow that bottom line. Now you can put the second nostril in, but notice I only did the front half. I didn't curve it all the way around. And right here where it's coming down, we want to add just a little bit of a smile. Now from here, I want to take this line and I want to accentuate it a little bit. So we're going to actually draw that line in. And then we're going to draw the eye, but this time we want to keep it smaller. So we'll draw in the pupil there, and then maybe not connect it and just do a little bit down and add in an eyebrow instead of the eyelid line. And don't forget, no floating horse heads. We can go ahead and we can add those same detail lines onto the mane, just remembering to go out and then back in, and sometimes just out. So to start, we want to just make this look like our pony. So we'll go ahead and we'll do our ear here and our second ear here. We'll swoop down around here, get that nice bump there. Put in our smile, our second nostril, and we'll come down and put in our chin and the neck. Now from here, we want to just put in a nice little wavy line all the way along the hairline, just like that. And then we're going to do a series of swirls and dashes to finish off the mane. So starting here at the front, I like to do just a couple curls and maybe a little flip there. Then we come down, wiggle along, do a couple strikes. Here, wiggle, a couple strikes down, maybe a curl. And you can just see we've got a nice looking mane going. Next, we're going to put in the eye, and we want to do it just the way we did the unicorns. So we're going to come right here, thin to thin, top eyelid, bottom part of the eye and the eyeball, filling that in, and putting in our little eyelashes. Okay. Now comes the best part. We get to do the stripes. The most important part of the stripes are going to be right here around the muzzle. I've gone back down to my number 2 brush, and we want to get as many thin lines here as we can. So we go thin, and then thick, and then thin, and thin, and thicker, and thin, and thin. And then here, instead of continuing to go up, we're going to now start curving down. So we go thin and thick and thin. And I really like to make sure I add a curve right here that follows that jawline. And then off of that curve, we can even throw a second little mark. And we'll do another one here and maybe bend down. We want to fill in any empty space with zebra lines, and we want to make sure that we're not connecting any to each other. I have a little empty space right here, so I'm just going to bring that to a point. Looks very zebra. We're going to bring this one up and maybe a second one up to meet it. Right here by the eye, we can bring another one down. Bring some from the hairline is really good. And we can bring one here and then maybe bring that one down. and in. Back up. It's really fun to practice all of these different zebra lines and find the ones that you just love. I hope you enjoy these little ponies as much as I do. Just remember that you can put them anywhere you want. They look great here on the cheek, but they're also awesome to put right here in the middle of a mask, or if you're going to do a Pegasus over one eye. Just stick them where you want to and then fill in the background with teardrops and swirls and hearts, and these little guys are just wonderful.